पुत्रास्तथाहम् नभः स्पृशम् दीप्तमनेकवर्णम् व्याताननम् दीप्तविशालनेत्रम् दृष्ट्वा हि त्वाम् प्रव्यथितान्तरात्मा धृतिम् न विन्दामि शमम् च विष्णो दंश्राकरालानि च ते मुखानि दृष्ट्वैव कालानलसन्निभानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्मा प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास अमी च त्वाम् धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः सर्वे सहैवावनिपालसङ्घैः भीष्मो द्रोणः सूतपुत्रस्तथासौ सहास्मदीयैरपि योधमुख्यैः वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति दंश्राकरालानि भयानकानि केचिद्विलग्ना दशनान्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः यथा नदीनाम् बहवोऽम्बुवेगाः समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामी नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति यथा प्रदीप्तम् ज्वलनम् पतङ्गा विशन्ति नाशाय समृद्धवेगाः तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोकाः तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्धवेगाः लेलिह्यसेऽग्रसमानः समन्तात् लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैर्ज्वलद्भिः तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत्समग्रम् भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णो आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्ररूपो नमोऽस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यम् न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम् श्रीभगवानुवाच कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत् प्रवृद्धो लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः ऋतेऽपि त्वाम् न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे येव स्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यम् समृद्धम् मयैवैते निहताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रम् भव सव्यसाचिन् द्रोणम् च भीष्मम् च जयद्रथम् च कर्णम् तथान्यानपि योधवीरान् मया हतास्त्वम् जहिमा व्यधिष्ठा युध्यस्व जेतासि रणे सपत्नान् सञ्जय उवाच
Minutes to go. say chant Omkar 3 times and then we will say Shanti mantras. सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय आविराविर्मयेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor, may our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om, peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om, peace, peace, peace. So good morning to you all. So Swami Aparananda is here today with us, and he has kindly agreed to give a talk on Bhagavad Gita. We are continuing the study of Bhagavad Gita. And he is not new, so no need of introducing him. He was here for many times and for more than 6 months. So nothing to introduce, you know better than me, because he was here before me. What I would like to say, that revered Maharaj is now 91 running, right? 91. So what we can pray, in Vedic Kala, at the time of Vedic period, there was a prayer. Om tat chakshur devahitam purastad shukram uchcharat pashyem sharadah shatam jivem sharadah shatam srinuyam sharadah shatam prabhravam sharadah shatam shatam adinaha syam sharadah shatam bhuyascha sharadah shatam shatat even more than that. So what's the meaning of it? So it is prayed to God, but seeing sun in front of us, they used to pray that who is like eyes of devas and who roams about in the interest of devas, devahitam, and who rises in the east, purastad, and shukram. Shukram here is shuklam. That means bright and brilliant. Uchcharata. So who rises in the east, and to him we pray. So that means praying to God. That we see Pashyema Sharada Shatam. And later that's Adina. Adina means without any weakness and without any deficiency. So let us see the 100 years. Let us live 100 years. Let us hear 100 years without any impairment. Prabhavama Sharadah Shatam. And Adina means without any impairment, without any limitation, without any lacunae. And not only that, even Shatat, even more than that. So, Rohema, Buddhema, other words are also added later. But what we can say, that's for ourselves, prayer for us. So, what we can say, Pashyeta Sharadha Shatam. Maharaj, please live more than 100 years. You know, Swamiji is very interested in cricket. And their one milestone is making a century. So century run. So he should complete that century. So with this prayer, we welcome Maharaj with our prayer, with our pranam, and we also thank for coming here and sparing some time and being with us. Thank you, Maharaj. Please.
Om Hari Om Tat Sat. May the Divine Self, protected preceptor and the student of truth. May the Lord nourish our souls with the nectar of eternal truth. May the Supreme Being grant us spiritual strength. May our studies be fruitful in realizing the Eternal One. May love and harmony dwell amongst us. May peace reside there in all and flow over the whole universe. And may there always exist in all peace and real peace alone. Om, peace, peace, peace to us and all living beings. So good morning to you. And to the senior members of this center, I am not unfamiliar. And later on also I used to come. Later on means when Swami Aparananda was here, I used to come to convey my respect and reverence to him. Later on, when Shantarupananda became the in charge, so very often I used to come and all this. Unfortunately, the Divine Mother has taken him away. It was a great shock to many of us, and even today, many people could not forget him. And now the other Swami is very good. He is doing his ministry and teaching Vedanta and other religious work, encouraging people to follow the religious life and spiritual life. So he is doing his duty very well. And Swami has told that I am a little aged. Yes, it is true. But anyhow, I love this center. I used to come. So this time I like to see the Swami of Seattle Center. And he's quite aged, and then now he cannot continue his work the way he should do. So other Swami has come, Swami Aparananda, very learned, educated, and very good organizer. So I went to see him. Then on the way I stopped here. And I agreed, I proposed myself that I like to give a talk on Sunday to the devotees if Swami agrees. So he said, okay, come. Then he asked me subject, he said, teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita is one of the most important religious literature in the world. It is in Sanskrit language, but it has been translated into various languages. Even in USA, when we visit some store, we find some professors translated it very nice way and all these things. So the people can know something, what is Bhagavad Gita, teachings and all these things. But in Vedantic context, Bhagavad Gita's role is a little different. Vedanta means, in one way, culmination of all knowledge. And we say the realization of spiritual truth or divine truth is the ultimate goal of life. And today many people will agree, seeing the wonderful development and progress of science, means scientific knowledge. So no one can deny the role of knowledge in human life. But that knowledge may not help us to become enlightened. Means to get spiritual knowledge and spiritual understanding of truth. For that, we need to study Bhagavad Gita in a different way, As I told you, this is one of the important textbook of Vedanta. And many of you know, you have heard many times Swami speaking about Prasthanatraya, means three important treatises or literature on the knowledge of Vedanta. First come Upanishad. Upanishad, the text, we call it revealed truths. The way the rishis in ancient time have experienced the truth and realized the truth, they told. That is why we call it revealed truth. Now, if we study the Upanishads, then it is difficult for many of us, many of you, to understand. So there are, historically speaking, it is said that there used to be many, Upanishads. But later on, the great spiritual teacher, Shankaracharya, had written commentary on 10 or 11 important Upanishads. So most of us try to study those Upanishads, those textbooks of the Upanishads. Then Shankaracharya did one good thing, that he originated, or I'll say, they brought into words the truths of Upanishad in a philosophical way. What is philosophy? Philosophy means to determine the nature of a particular subject or truth through reasoning, experiment, and all these things. That is why we say there are various philosophical texts are available. Of all these, philosophical texts or philosophical ideas, we give more importance to the Vedantic literature. And that speaks about Vedanta, there are three. I told the revealed truth is Upanishad, very difficult to understand. When we first had taken interest in studying the Upanishad, we had a problem. We could understand. What is say? Brahman is speaking. Brahman is true. Brahman is real. And what is Brahman? I don't know. If you say a human being who has become success in one area of life, we can understand. But suddenly start Brahman and all these things. So we need elaborate interpretation, explanation of Upanishads. How? To build a philosophical text, generally we need to take the help of, it is called the reasoning. So simply telling that, oh, you must not do it, you must go there. In behaviorism, it is okay. But when we enter into the spiritual world, it is quite different. Quite different. So, it is the, you can say it was the greatness of Shankaracharya who brought into the knowledge of every person what does Upanishad or Vedanta want to prove or say. So in the present age, Vivekananda has told oneness of existence and divinity of the soul in a short way. Because in modern time, some or other, people are very busy. They have much less time. But at the same time, it is not that they don't want to know anything about the ultimate truth. They want. But the problem comes here that we don't know how to bring the idea to the knowledge of every person. For that, you have to go to Bhagavad Gita. That is why Swami Vivekananda said, Bhagavad Gita is the divine commentary of the Vedas and the Upanishads. Whatever the knowledge of ultimate reality be described or experienced in life, those truths must be put in words. Those truths must be brought into the light of everybody's knowledge. And those truths must be experienced. And how to explain the truth. In these days, it is very easy to understand because if we go to study science, a particular subject of science will tell you how to learn, including nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon. You can learn, but you have to learn in a definite way. So if you learn these nuclear weapons or nuclear science, if you say at the same time you bring math, if you bring astronomy, if you bring other subjects, you cannot learn it. So you have to give full attention and develop your intelligence, your power of understanding. Then only you can grasp the truth of that particular subject. So in order to understand and grasp the spiritual truth, it is not easy. Because as you know today, for example, if we look our own life, our mental thoughts, if we say God is true, God is of inexhaustible joy, God is of love and all these things, these words are very good to hear. But then, to experience or to grasp the truth is difficult, because our mind will be thinking of other kind of ideas and thoughts. And we are living in the world. Then question of culture, question of behaviorism, question of civilization, lots of thoughts and ideas will obstruct to know the true nature of the divine reality. So there should be a subject that will teach us, or a literature, or a path you can say, that will teach us step by step we can make progress in our spiritual life. I mean, to understand, to grasp the truth and all these things. So why do the spiritual teachers advise us to follow some spiritual courses? Say, to practice of concentration of mind. Is the actual fact. Is the actual fact, mind has tremendous powers. There are so many forces, powers are working within the depth of our mental life. We are not aware of them. But then, on the surface level, we know what it is, mind. So then, the practice of concentrating the mind, very important and very, it is called very, and understandable also. That then the teacher will, or the guide will tell you how to use your mental powers to focus on a particular idea, particular thought. The subject may be different in the beginning, but later on, it will be the divine reality. Divine reality. And about the powers of human mind, we get a clear idea from the life of Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda was a born meditator. We are advised that when you meditate, if you can, do. Then take a seat cross-leg. Cross-leg, then you try to meditate according to the instructions of the teacher. But in the case of Vivekananda, from his young days, the moment he would sit cross-leg, his mind will attain a state called Nirodha. In the yoga system of Patanjali, there is a nice definition of yoga. What is yoga? Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha, is a particular language and the word everybody today understands. Even the people who are not taking interest in the religious life or moral life or spiritual life, they understand mental problem, mental thought. So it says, restraining the waves of your mental thoughts. If you know the method and the way to restrain the workings of your mental world or mental forces and all these things, if you have total control, just like the modern time, how the science has discovered various ways to master the forces of nature, how they are going into the space and all these things. I am taking through this one is science. It is going. When Vivekananda spoke, gave a lecture, he had to raise his voice so that thousands of people could hear him. Another kind of, because the method of delivering or communicating knowledge to the other, it was. Today, somehow or other, we get the help of the science. science, people can hear it, can understand. I mean, not only limited person, quite a good number of people can do these things also. So similarly also, yoga chitta vritti nirodha, chitta, mental stuff, vritti, thoughts. We may not have any idea about what is chitta, mental stuff, but we have ideas about the mental thoughts. I feel bad. I feel good. Nowadays, we use what is called modern examples. A poor man, some or other, he doesn't remember when he has bought a lottery ticket. Suddenly the news came. In a moment, he has become the owner of wealth. Now, before getting the news, he was an ordinary person. He was facing all the realities of life, good, bad, weakness or strength of the mind or life. So many ways it is called. Happiness, unhappiness. But this moment, this news immediately made him very happy. So all the changes that are going on in the mental life, for example, have been studied not by the modern way, but from the standpoint of spiritual reality, that it is the universal powers. All our actions, all our thoughts do not belong simply to this body-mind organism, or as it is told, the combinations of finer forces or finer particles and all this. No. There is the awareness is there. So I may think of other people's affairs, whether I shall dedicate my life to give service to the other people. So it is a kind of universal feeling. Or I may be thinking that the other peoples are quite wealthy, rich and all these things. I see before my eyes, before my every day, how these people are driving a new car, expensive. So, Divine Mother's Maya Shakti would be very active. How? Getting another kind of feeling of temptation. I also, if we have no what is called control or the development of any of our mental nature, or it is called gentleness or nobility or honesty, I may be thinking that how I can get this car, And I was in Hollywood many years ago. At that time, their car parking place was open. And every day there will be some problem. Gana Chaitanya is a member of the... So he would, every day morning he would discover some cars have been broken there. So that is the situation and all these things. So idea is that it is being done by all human agent. So human being may not be treated or considered to be simply good for nothing. There is a knowledge of divine reality, knowledge of God consciousness. So we call it transformation of inner life. So there are method and means and the way we can transform our inner life. So you take the Bhagavad Gita, for example. As I told you, the Bhagavad Gita needed, because Brahma Sutra needed to establish rationally the nature of divine truth. Not bringing new ideas based upon the teachings of the Upanishads, Brahma Sutra. But later on, many problems have come in life, it is called. Many problems have come. So, which way to direct the life? To seek the divine truth or God consciousness? Now, if I spend my time in seeking the God consciousness in some way or another, will it be successful? I mean, would there be any actual achievement of divine knowledge or not? So lots of questions of why? Doubts. So why? As we handle, it is called law of life. Law of karma, law of nature. As we handle different subjects, different ideas and all these things, on our own outlook on life, and take interest in that particular idea and ideal, it will have effect in our mental life. This is called law of association. Say, for example, why hundreds of people, thousands of people today would love to see the movie? Why? Because law of association. So, by seeing all the events, all the play and all these things, for example, self-satisfaction, they feel good, it's called. Self-satisfaction is there. Now, in the same way, through the pursuit of spiritual knowledge, would people be gaining something in the form of self-satisfaction? If it is, then people will love religion or spiritual life. Spiritual life means wholeheartedly they can do it. And it's that the inner life and the spiritual life and the existence of the divine reality, what we call the cosmic intelligence or something, is a fact. As I told you that about the powers of the mind, for example, Nirodha, Vivekananda could not sit at cross-legged. Immediately his mind would be absorbed, one-pointedness, and then it will go deep into its original state. And later on, Vivekananda used to tell this fact to the others, that every night after closing the door, he would sit for meditation. In different ways, first to concentrate the mind. Concentrate the mind. So he said at one time, on the wall, with the help of the charcoal, he put a black spot. And he was trying to concentrate his mind on that point. For us, it is almost difficult. First of all, our mind will not be interested. But then, because he was a born meditator, he wanted to practice meditation. He would love. So, then he should tell that the flow of his mental powers was focused on that object. So he could see only the black spot. Later on, when there was a total absorption on that particular point, then his mind would go back to the original state. Means divine reality. He could feel it. Feel it. So almost whole night he could spend in this way. In this way. So Bhagavad Gita is the subject, is the literature that will enlighten all types of people to follow religious ideal. There is a discussion, there is a what is called the profound thoughts. Then there is a description of our life in the world. Our life in the world. And how do we relate ourselves to the world also, to the environment, to ourselves and all these things. So everything has been taken up, bit by bit and all these things. First needed what, that a divine teacher must narrate, must tell us the true nature of the divine reality. So, in the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, you find that there are descriptions of the soul. Why? Because Arjuna, the disciple, was arguing with him not to do his own duties of life as a Kshatriya, as a warrior. Duties mean, it is called to fight the wickedness. To fight the wickedness, it's called. And a Kshatriya would do it. It is his duty. The Lord or the Creator has given that power to a Kshatriya to establish righteousness in this world. That is why there is a saying that a ruler or a Kshatriya is a representative of the Creator. Representative of the Creator, it's called. He has got so power in all this because he has the power to fight, to war, to destroy the wickedness and all these things. He has the power he could do. And to bring peace, to see the welfare of all people. All this, that's why it is said, a Kshatriya, a ruler, is representative of a. So in some other religious ideals, we find this idea. In that is called the kingdom of God. Kingdom of God. They are to establish the kingdom of God in this world itself. It's a good idea. It is not a false idea, it is called. It means to work out some idea, to find out some new problem, or to solve the problems of other people, of a community and all these things, and to help the other people, to establish their right and all these things, So it is called it is found a Kshatriya, it is called. So therefore, first you can find in the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita the descriptions of our life in the world, the social life, community's life, problems of the family life, and all these things called. There's a description of this. Description. Then that our life in the world, the way we see, all the matter, material powers, material objects, and how to enjoy the life, how to find peace in life, how to maintain peace among our neighbors. So this is a big question in life. All people cannot do it. Swami Vivekananda said, a leader is born. Why? Because his word would be followed or taken by the other people. Other people listen to him. Whereas there may be another very highly qualified people, intelligent people. He knows so many subjects so well, but people will not follow him, not listen to him. But to a leader, they will listen to him and all these things. So that power is still, in some way and working in all these things. So that is why warrior, a Kshatriya must perform his duty. Why Kshatriya, not a Brahmin? Because powers of Kshatriya are related to the life of the visible universe of name and form. If there is no work, if there is no method, there is no way of performing all our actions in life and all these things, then there will be chaos. It's called chaos. So, now that it is whose work, it is whose power, divine being. So, there is a description of the divine soul. What Vivekananda says, divinity of the soul. His soul is potentially divine. The word potential is very important. It's called inherent knowledge or inherent power or inherent qualities it's called. It is now, you can say, hidden state, you can say. But then, through the practice of yoga, you can say, that the power will be, is called the coming up on the surface level. The mind has a capacity to enter or explore, to enter into another region, it is called. And it has been done. It is not that it is the first time. It has been done. And it is something that everyone can do. And all these powers the powers of the soul are working in 3 ways. According to the teachers, Vedanta is called knowledge. Jnana Shakti, power of knowledge. We know all these things, power of understanding, power of grasping all these things. All the things. That is called knowledge, power. Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, power of action and activities is called. There is a story that there was a king and he had a friend. He was a spiritual person, a monk you can say, a monk, living in his own way, meditating and all these things. So he was become successful to discover the existence of the divine reality in his life. So therefore, one day he raised this topic to his friend, the king, that you have been working so hard, become successful, and you are enjoying your life also, and there is a tremendous power. But see, how long you can work, how long you would be a king, not many. So better you do one thing, come with me to the forest and let us meditate on the Supreme Being. On hearing this, the king smiled. Well, why? If I go to the forest, you will see that after some time, I have been able to build a city because I have that capacity. You being a monk, a follower of spiritual truth, you can say, so you can show the way in this way, how to meditate, how to withdraw the mind from the here and there and all these things. You can say, but I am a builder. Lord has given me that power. You'll find soon the city, the forest has gone. I've been able to build a house. So these powers lie within the soul. Vivekananda said. So Vivekananda says it is called the practical Vedanta. Vedanta in practice, not in philosophy. Intellectualism is good, but practical is different. Say for example, Today, physical science will say the sun does not rise in the east. It is the movement of the, this earth and all, on its axis and all these things. It's a physical interpretation. When I say there will be a knowledge, but on the physical level. But when I say that God, whose true nature is absolute existence, absolute knowledge, divine consciousness, and absolute ananda, bliss, and you are that. It has some another meaning, another effect in our conscious life. It is called the idea of divinity would be working in our life, in our mind. See the difference? So Bhagavad Gita also started with the physical world and all these things. But then it goes there that it is all human being who is doing everything in life. Human being. And human being, what is true nature? Brahman. So, in the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, you will find the descriptions of the true nature of the divine soul. Divine soul. Towards the end of the second chapter, you go, there you will find something different. Something very nice it is called. Wonderful thing is called. He said the difference between an illumined soul and a person living in the world. The difference is there. So, it's called Sangjami. A person who has been able to control his mind, his sense powers, his intelligent powers also. And he has a power. And then what lies beyond this body-mind organism is called the cosmic intelligence, for example. So that soul is aware of the existence of that one. There is a description, it is called, they call it supersensuous state, supersensuous reality and all these things. So when we say you are that means that you are divine being. That awareness must come. There should be the awareness of this truth, for example. It has a different application in life. When I was told that sun does not rise in the east, it is the movement of the earth, that much. But it has no effect in my inner life, no transformations of my inner feelings in that way, except a correct understanding. So that means there is another set of life exists beyond our material life. Say, mind, for example. Then spiritual world. Then the divine world, world of divine consciousness. Divine consciousness. What does it say? It says that when you attain to that state, that your knowledge and feeling in relation to the world will be getting merged into another reality, because divine reality. So this way, see, the teaching is coming, for example, teaching coming. Then there is a elaborate discussion about the methods and all these things. Usually what happens, that when you study religion, spirituality or something, there is a subject. If I go to a university, then I will be told what subject you are interested or you are capable. So when you come to the religion and all these things, you must know what subject you are expected to learn. Brahma Vidya, knowledge of Brahman reality, divine consciousness is called. or Atma Vidya, knowledge of the Atma or the divine soul. Divine soul. And another thing also to learn, liberation of the soul. What is bondage, what is not bondage, state of bondage and state of non-bondage. It's called liberation, for example. Then the experience of joyousness and happiness. It is the soul's power. It is soul's power. And our duties also. Our duties in life, for example. How to develop our working capacity. How to develop our thinking process in a proper way. Now, today is a great problem of developing our thought process, because so many facts are open to the people. So there is the sense powers are there. All our senses are ready. They're all the time they're influencing us, our whole life and our feeling and everything they're doing it is called. Then there is the mental thought. It is said the prime or the most important function of the mind, human mind, is to rouse doubt. I see the Swami sitting before me with Geruva and all this. Very nice to me, because I am a follower of that path. I appreciate all these things. But then my mind will raise this doubt, whether he has become successful in the attainment of divine knowledge or not. Whether I will be able to get more knowledge from him or not. See, doubt and all these things. Or at all, is any true or not? It's social problems. Social problems. Societies, people living in the society, and then they're enjoying their life and the way of life, they know. And it is very, what is called that adjustment. Adjustment with the life. But then we need information. In the Bhagavad Gita, you will find bit by bit all the information. And method and means of getting that knowledge, experiencing that knowledge, realizing that truth. Keeping is called. And most important teaching of the Bhagavad Gita is there is no, you can say in human, civilization in respect of knowledge or discovering of truth, you can say that everything you can find in the Bhagavad Gita. Everything discussed. Say today science is doing a lot of experiment, investigation, research work. You read the 7th chapter or 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it speaks about that knowledge. That knowledge is called. So that knowledge has two aspects. On one side is the materialism, and the other side is the spiritualism. All the, so it is called that morality, moral powers, and all these things. So there are ways and methods by which all our moral powers would be attained or achieved, or we can say increasing. We call it restraining power. We have a saying today, that today, as the modern society functioning, you can say, people are quite intelligent, knowledgeable. Unless they are intellectually satisfied, they may not accept our teaching also. Meditation, and then restraining your feeling and all these things. Don't go after this and that every moment of life. Whatever your mind wants, you want to carry it out. No, it is not good. because mind has a capacity. After some time you will find the brain is not working and all these things. So it's called restraining power of the mind. So if they would develop this restraining power, then many young people would be able to do very good work. So that they are not able to waste their life, their energy. Here and there. They say, I talk to so many mothers. I say, how are your children? Good. Then they do their things in their own way. So, seven mother told me, let them do whatever they like. I don't care. So, we will not allow this thing. Vivekananda will not allow. Or a real spiritual teacher or a lover of mankind would not allow this thing. They will find out some way to help these people. Say, today there are lots of good education. The people get it from the institution. But nobody is teaching them moralities much. How to retain their restraining power. How to develop the restraining power. Nobody. But they find out the students who would go for higher education. They need to have the restraining power. So by themselves, they develop some way. But nobody is teaching them and all this. But if they do something wrong, you will find hundreds of people would be after them. That is where you find Vivekananda. Vivekananda would say, no, it is not their fault. You say that you must not speak the untrue. You must not steal the other property. You must not tell a lie. You must all the time speak the truth. Vivekananda said, it's a nice teaching, but have you taught them how to not to speak lie or tell a lie? How to continue to speak in the habit of speaking truth all the time. Have you taught them? Have you taught them that their emotion should not be running after this and that and all these things, which is not moral? Have you taught them? So, Bhagavad Gita is a wonderful thing. So, that is why that you can get a Bhagavad Gita, there are many teachings and all these things, chapter by chapter, or attend the discussion. There is no end of discussion of any teachings of Bhagavad Gita. The entire social history you can find in one teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. History. You can find the history of the civilization in the Bhagavad Gita. At the same time, spiritual enlightenment. And one good thing of the Bhagavad Gita is, it gives us eternal knowledge, unlimited knowledge. So, we read many times very good books, moral books, historical books, or social type of books, very nice, readable. But then after some time, every day we will not like to read that books. But you go to Bhagavad Gita, like Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Every day you will find you like to read the Bhagavad Gita, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. You will find something very applicable to your life from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Bhagavad Gita is the divine commentary of all the knowledge of different subjects. Attained, achieved, explored, discovered by so many people. He said. Now, I like to end my talk by reading a few teachings of one teaching from Swami Vivekananda. He said, Do you think that people do not love like religion? I do not believe that. The teachers cannot give them what they need. The same man that may have been branded as an atheist, as a materialist, or whatnot, may meet a man who gives him the truth needed by him, and he may turn out the most spiritual man in the community. We can eat only in our own way. For instance, we Hindus eat with our fingers. Our fingers are supply that habit. You cannot use your finger in the same way. Not only the food should be supplied, but it should be taken in our own particular way. Not only must you have the spiritual idea, but they must come to you according to your own method. They must speak your own language, the language of your soul, and then alone they will satisfy you. When the man comes who speaks my language and gives truth in my own language, I at once understand it and receive it ever. This is a great fact. I love these teachings of Vivekananda very much. It solves many of our questions. Why others are not listening to us, knowing that I am convinced about the what is called the result or the state of mental level a person could attain after practicing spiritual path. But I cannot give or communicate it in a right way. We say, oh, they are young people, they are not listening to us, because we say it is not correct. We don't know the language. We don't know the language. So this is all, according to me, teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So thank you very much. I will not take much of your time. And I'm very glad that the Swami has allowed me to speak something to you. And I love this place very much. That is why I come by myself. Not all the time Swami invites me. He says that there is a standing invitation. But we say that standing invitation is something vague. You must tell me, now you come and all these things. Then we say, okay, all these things. So anyhow, I'm in my life, you can say, spiritual life, has become very much benefited coming here, especially seeing Swami Aparananda. Why? Swami Aparananda told me that in a Western society, a person could follow and observe all the strict rules of a sannyasi. At the same time, teaching others and all these things. So he has seen in Swami Aparananda ji, 50 years, he said that same type of life, same type of following the truth. See? According to, I remember his opinion, I mean, Santopan's opinion, then even in India also, we do not see many people like that. Okay, thank you. Oh, by the way, please excuse me, I am to go to California soon. So right after that, I like to live for California by car. Okay. Good.
Pranam Maharaj, thank you, and we are grateful for your coming here. See, standing invitation. Okay, so come next month. Are you accepting the invitation? Maharaj is very busy. Here all the time he's doing something or other. You know? And if you ask, no, I cannot stay. See, like after the talk, he should meet devotees. But he says, no, I'm running away from here. See? So that point is discarded, Maharaj. Okay, so thank you, Maharaj, for coming here and encouraging us, your blessing, and the attraction that you feel. It is because this is what we call Jairambati of the West. It's the attraction of Mother. And that is why you love here, love our devotees. So Maharaj, please give this your love for us. And Jiveta Sharadha Shatam. Thank you. Pranam.
Okay. So I should greet you, a moment, then I shall leave. So I pray to the Maharaj to take care of me, to show us how this
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Yea, when this flesh and heart shall fail, and mortal life shall cease, I shall possess within the veil a life of joy and peace. When we've been here 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now